All right, hello, this is Dave, and welcome to the Success Playbook, where we give you the edge you need to succeed. Okay, let's jump in, let's share and show. Okay, so this is part 2 of a video series that I've done on handling objections. You should definitely go back and look at part 1. It's on my channel. It was pretty good, well worth your time. And in that part 1, we said, look, there's a 3-step approach to handling objections. That's acknowledge, share, and educate. And all that is true. And then as I finished recording part 1, I said, oh my gosh, there's just so many more ideas and approaches. Let me go ahead and do a kind of part 2 here. And all that I'm going to share with you now, I've got 4, think of it as a bonus round. I've got 4 other ideas, tips, strategies for handling objections. They all have their time and their place and their rhythm based on your comfort level, your credibility, your level of sophistication, your style. So again, here is 4 other ideas to use when handling objections. Feel free to use one or use all of them. So and again, in no particular order, but number 1, point by point or tit for tat. Never, ever go point for point. Life is not linear. Why would you follow sales in that way, where you don't want to get locked into someone else's cadence, their sequence? You want to have creativity and flexibility. You don't want to put yourself in a tiny little box if you don't need to. So you have to define your flow, your narrative, and your story when handling objections. So never go point by point. Number 2, it's the classic pivot and redirect. Remember, in sales, you are driving the bus. Where do you want to go? How do you want to get there? Why? And as I've mentioned in a prior video on my channel, once you understand the why, everything else is just so much easier. So when you're handling objections and you're kind of getting into it back and forth, but again, not tit for tat, with the customer, just redirect the conversation towards your strengths. Again, you want to leave that conversation with an outcome that represents your strengths, okay? The third idea is logic versus emotion. Oh boy, this is huge in life and in sales. And let me say it, match. Always match your customer. This goes back to the part 1 video where the acknowledge comes in, and it's so important. And it's hard though, because we as humans, we're moved by emotions, but yet we're comforted by logic, okay? If your customer is upset or frustrated, you telling them there's no reason for you to be upset or frustrated because that's logical and that's easier for you, that's not going to go over so well. So match the person you're dealing with, working with when handling objections. If they're frustrated, okay, you can acknowledge that. And then you could say, how do we move to neutral? Let's move this conversation to neutral, okay? And then number 4 here is end on a high note. People are going to remember how you made them feel more than what you said. Okay, I'll say it again. People are going to remember how you made them feel more than they remember what you said. So you've got an opportunity when handling objections to really do it with style and grace and set yourself apart. And the goal, okay, and end on a high note, the goal, whatever you're doing, it's a 1-hour meeting or a 3-day meeting, the goal is to make sure at the end they have a smile on their face and you have a handshake. Okay, so here's your bonus round, 4 other ways to handle objections when working with customers in sales. So as always, if this just helps one person out there, I thank you for the opportunity to do so. And just remember, if you made it this far, we mix a strategy of ARM, that's authenticity, relationship, and mindset, into everyday areas like sales and tech and finance and real estate. And if you like what we do, feel free to subscribe, put down a like, put down a comment, but polite and professional only, please, and certainly share this link with a friend. So that's it for now. I'll certainly see you again. Thank you.